Recording right now. All right, welcome everybody to the Brooklyn show. I am your host, Jonathan Taker. I am here with the lovely, Angela Muto. Oh my God.
Hi, boy.
Angela, I told you, we had, and our very special guest, Mr. Dean Marchi.
Oh, Dean Marchi.
Developer extraordinaire, Dean Marchi.
Dean Marchi.
Please remember this, we have to be very mature today.
Oh,
I want Dean leaving here being like, wow, what a performance. No, you're too close to Dean.
Do you mind if
You're a little way too close to Dean. Way too close to Dean.
I think you
I'm speaking for Dean. Way too close to Dean. Way too close to Dean.
Grandma needs warmth.
Oh God.
Circulation.
It's the circulation.
Warmth from a human body.
Oh
It's
God.
helping me not have a stroke.
Grandmother's love.
Oh my God.
Dean Marchi.
Grandmothers love me. Oh my God. Okay. Well, let's look.
You're not
Let's.
nervous, are you?
No.
Is this inappropriate?
Is there something going
Is this
on?
okay?
Is there something going on over here that I'm not aware of?
Now it's getting interesting.
Look, this is really getting
I think
interesting.
to emphasize a point, it's
Oh,
absolutely
yeah,
fine.
Absolutely.
All right, while they're getting ready, look, Facebook Live, if you guys have any questions or at all for any one of us, but hopefully for Dean, but for any one of us, please, at any time, just let us know. And our wonderful, what's Lloyd? What do we call
He's
Lloyd?
our GP.
He's our D. He's everything.
Name on camera.
What, we never said your real name? What do you have, a fake
I
name?
thought you were going to give me a code name.
Code name Jamal. Jamal?
Because I'm black.
Because he's black.
Are you black?
Look, you know
I
what?
don't see color.
First of all, if I had a son, I would have named him Jamal. By the way,
You know the movie.
that's true. I would have named my son Jamal.
Because he would have been black.
Why not? Because it is a very typical African American name. But why can't a Jewish boy be named Jamal? It would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
It would have been
That'd
confusing.
Be a little unusual.
Anyway, look, if you have any questions, just let us know.
Well, let's go with
and
it.
we'll try to answer them for
Can
you.
I tell you, have you seen the movie Get Out?
We already spoke about this
I'm doing
like 3
the,
episodes ago
I'm doing the porno version.
of Get Out.
It's called Get In.
Oh, God.
That's so disgusting.
Oh, God.
Come on, that's good.
That's so disgusting.
Get it.
That was kind of good, but it was so disgusting.
Oh.
All right, look, let's talk real estate, shall we?
Lloyd likes it.
We need a subject change. So I'm gonna go right into real estate, okay?
Is that good?
So let's just start, Dean, with your background. First of all, for those of you who don't know, Dean is a big time developer here in Brooklyn, and throughout. Have you developed in Manhattan or just Brooklyn to date?
We own in Manhattan, but we haven't developed.
We own in Manhattan, but we don't develop in Manhattan. Okay. Well, no, that's okay. That's a good answer. So anyway,
Yeah.
how did you get into real estate? Let's just start there. How did you initially get into real estate?
Initially, I was born.
Initially,
Yes. No, I mean it. In 1929. No, I mean it.
this is going to be a long show.
Third generation.
1929, you were born?
1929, my grandfather bought his first building.
Oh, okay, got
We've
it.
been owning and operating for almost 90 years.
It's in the
Where, what building did you buy?
251 East 31st Street.
251 East 31st.
office.
Oh, that's right. That's
Actually, what happened was he opened like an SRO building, but back then it was room and board.
Can we tell what SRO is? A single room occupancy for our viewers in Arkansas.
And
Anyway.
if you go to Bridway, it means standing room only.
What's Bridway?
Bridway.
Oh, anyway.
The
I
Great
don't know what
White
that
Way.
is.
Bridway.
I didn't
I
think
don't know what
about
you're
that.
talking about. But okay,
no,
yes.
Listen, my grandfather came here. He was a taxi driver, and he wanted more money, so he became the superintendent of a building.
Yeah.
At that time, you provided room and board. And
For
the
as a
tenants,
superintendent.
As the superintendent, and
Well, he was given room and board.
No, he became the super, and he
Yeah.
provided a meal for their rent. So you got your
He
room.
provided.
You got your room, and you got
It's
a
like
meal.
a-
Oh,
one
and you
meal
got a
day.
meal, so he cooked the meal.
Yeah, well, my grandmother did, and there were a lot of Italians in New York, at the time, and they sought out.
Well, there's a lot of
Living
Italians in
there.
New
Are
York.
you
There still
Italian?
are. I am.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
Look, can we listen to this?
Yeah,
what's
so
the
that's
story?
how it happened. So it ended up becoming a restaurant. The restaurant became very, very successful.
Yeah.
They bought a bunch of buildings.
What's the restaurant? It's still there. The restaurant.
It's still there, but it's called Marchi's.
Why are you hesitating? Why are you hesitating? It's still there, but
No, it's there, but I think our
how come we've
business-
never eaten there?
Our
I've known you a long time now, and we've never eaten at
We can do
Marchi's.
that. I always tell people
Well, I'm
best,
just curious.
It's best in the. There's no real reason why.
There's no real. Well, we've never
I'm
hung
happy
in
to do it
Manhattan.
with you, yeah.
I'm just saying we've never.
We're in
You know.
Brooklyn. It's all about
That's
Brooklyn.
true. That is true. So anyway, so wait, get back to this. So your grandfather provided the meal. Your grandmother cooked the meal in the building, like in her
in
kitchen.
the building, in the basement.
Where would
in
people
her
eat it?
kitchen,
So they-
on the ground floor, basically.
So there was like it was
in
like a
their
B and B.
living
Was it
rooms.
like a B and B?
No, only for the people who lived in the building.
So they had a living room, but
I'm so
everyone else
surprised
lived in
that this is
a room.
surprise to you. I thought that
I
this
never
was
heard
a
about
fucking-
getting food. I never heard about.
Reminds me of the movie It's a
It was a
Wonderful
different
Life.
age. Oh.
Because
It's a Wonderful Life, where the basketball court
James
opens up.
Stewart's, mother she did something similar. She had she rented out rooms in her house, and then she made everybody a meal on the main floor. I
Look,
think it was done back.
Jamal,
It was done back then. It
I
wasn't
think
so
for the next
unusual.
episode, I think all of Angela's comments need to be cleared by you before she can say them on air.
You know,
I'm just saying because no, I think it's offensive to some people. I think Dean's a little offended, and I think some of our Alaska viewing audience is a little offended by it.
well,
So wait, can we get back to this? Okay,
Sure.
so your grandmother's cooking food,
what is her first
and
name?
what is her first name?
Francesca. Her name was
Francesca.
What about
Francesca.
What was his first name?
Lorenzo. It was
Lorenzo.
Nina and Enzo.
Lorenzo. She's Italian too. Lorenzo.
Swamp Kitty.
Who's a swamp? You're a swamp
We're
kitty.
swamp kitties. If you're from Italy, you're a swamp kitty.
Yeah, you're a swamp. You're a clam digger.
No.
You're a clam digger.
Mud people.
No,
We're
not
mud-
this
we're
one.
mud people.
No.
I'm sorry. Yeah, at least what are we? 3 minutes in, she offended Dean
Yeah.
already.
Yeah.
All right. So your your grandparents worked the SRO.
Right.
Okay, and then on East 31st Street,
On East 31st
and how they
Street.
end up buying the building.
The owner of the building died and asked his children to give my grandparents an opportunity to buy the building if they wanted to.
Wow.
And they went around and they syndicated it. They basically asked friends and family in 1929. It wasn't easy to do.
Yeah.
But they were successful. Anyway, they were influential people within their community. It's a particular area of Italy that was sort of congregating in that area, and they got a bunch of people to put up a little bits of money, and they bought the building. It
Wow.
worked, and they became the restaurant. Was enormously
And then they
successful.
opened. So they bought the building and then
Right,
opened
they
the
opened it as a
restaurant.
restaurant,
What
exactly.
was in that ground floor before?
They were basically their apartment, and then they moved upstairs and they opened the ground floor.
Wow,
and
so
they
Building's
hosted
right on the
everybody-
corner, right? Right on the corner.
Now it is, yes. It wasn't the initial building. They bought the building next door. They bought 10 buildings and then
Oh, I
3
got it.
across the street. They sold the 3 across the street. We still have the 10 others, and
That's amazing.
it's amazing.
Starting in 1929. This is
1929.
1929.
that's amazing.
Wow. And then when did they open Marchi's?
1930. It happened very fast.
Wow. 1930 they opened Marchi's. It's still there.
What,
Yeah,
10
it's
So
true,
it's
it's
been
an
around
American dream. No, it took
almost
20
90
years.
years.
20 years.
Within
or so,
20
yeah.
years, they bought 10 buildings in the area.
Yeah.
90
yeah.
years Marchi's
Yeah.
has been there,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you've never taken me. Which
I
is
think it's
interesting
about
to
time.
me.
Well, today,
I mean, I'm just
yeah.
curious. It's been there 90 years.
It's yeah.
M-A-R-K-I.
You know?
M-A-R-C-H.
Well, because I would think maybe
C-H-I.
they were
C-H-I.
trying to work out their. If it was a new restaurant, I would think maybe they're trying to work out their kinks or something like
We
that.
worked it out. 85
You know what I mean?
years
But it's
we nailed
85
it.
years. I think they know what they're doing.
Must be good.
Is the restaurant like packed? Is it a hot spot?
It was not so much anymore, but at one
Yeah.
point there were people who would wait 2 hours. We had 1,000 dinners a night.
Yeah.
Marilyn
Did you ever work in the
Monroe,
restaurant? You worked
yeah,
in the restaurant?
Yeah. Marilyn Monroe,
Wow.
Joe DiMaggio, Mayor
Wow.
LaGuardia,
The whole thing.
all the time, regulars, amazing success. A real immigrant American success story.
Wow. Good for
Amazing
them.
story.
Is it
Good for
Southern
them.
Italian
Northern,
cuisine?
very, very northern.
Oh, your
Our
family's
family
from
is
the
super
north.
north, yeah. About as far north as you can get. An area called Friuli, north of Venice.
Like it's practically Spain.
No.
Well, I mean,
It's practically Austrian.
it's Austrian.
Austro-Hungarian. is what we
Austro-Hungarian.
use.
Still a swamp cake.
Swamp kid. Do,
However
so,
you slice
do your
it.
parents
It's
speak
like in the
Italian?
mountains.
Do your parents speak Italian?
Yes.
Your
yes,
parents speak Italian.
yes.
You do not speak
Not as
Italian.
mu- No, not so much. No.
Got it.
No.
Interesting. So okay, so you're, so that's how you got into real estate because your grandparents,
yeah.
you know, that's how they
Right.
got into real
Mhm.
estate.
Right.
So now tell me about
So
what you're doing now.
I thought about either the restaurant or the real estate business, and I started in the restaurant business. But
Yeah.
what I found was when I was growing up, I never saw my father, so I didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, well, if I'm gonna have my own family, I'd rather be home. And it's weird. I love the restaurant business, but not enough to be away from my family. So
Yeah.
I gravitated towards real estate.
Yeah.
And yeah, I took a flyer. I bought a building in New
Took a
Jersey.
flyer. What does that mean?
I just took a shot. I just
took a
decided
shot.
to buy a building.
Is that like
in
a
New Jersey.
common phrase that I don't know?
It's a.
You know what that means?
Northern Italian.
Lloyd, do you know what that means?
Phrase. They say that for you.
You don't know what that means. Okay.
All
I've
right,
never
sorry.
heard it before.
No, I didn't want to be the one guy that
We
didn't know what
need
that
to
meant.
Establish a dictionary on SRO and a flyer.
Well, no, I just feel like you took a flyer.
I'm
I never
sorry,
heard
I
of
thought
it.
that was-
All right, so get back.
I
It's all
realize I
right.
use such,
I didn't want to be the dumb one here. Is all I'm
you're-
saying.
no, so I just took a shot,
But he took a
and
flyer.
I bought a building in New
Yeah.
Jersey, and that I was going to rehab.
You bought a building in New Jersey.
Very by the book.
Yeah.
An existing.
This is how long
multi-family
ago?
building.
How long ago is this?
20 years ago.
20 years ago. This was a long time ago.
It was a while ago, and
Like Mudo was somewhat attractive when this happened.
oh my god.
Yes, it was.
I'm just 20 years ago. She was a hot piece of ass. I'm just letting you know. I'm just letting you know in a very.
Oh.
Okay, no, Mudo, that's too much. That's too much.
20
No,
years
it's
ago.
too much. It's too much.
How old were you 20 years ago?
How old was I?
Look, don't worry. Don't answer that. Don't answer
I
that.
wanna see maybe
Look,
you
Dean
went
is my
out.
friend. Okay, I'm asking the questions here.
I
I'm
would-
asking the questions
I
here.
would've remembered.
You
I would've-
cannot
I'm sure I
look,
would've.
Dean. Don't answer anything she
All right,
asks you.
All right, I'm gonna move.
You-
I'm gonna
you are
move
not
right-
under
I'm
oath.
Moving forward with the story.
Okay, so 20 years
So
ago.
Anyway, I buy this building
Yeah,
to
yeah, okay.
rehab it.
Yeah.
It went well, and I think what I realized was that the market was overheated, and so I stepped to the sidelines and I started at CBRE.
Well, wait. When you said it went well, what do you mean? So you bought the
I
building.
bought the building, and within a year, I got an offer for 70% more than I paid for it.
Got it. So you just bought a
So I
building.
was like, well, I rehabbed it, but
you
there's
did. You
no-
did add value.
I added value, but not
Yeah.
that much.
Yeah.
I knew that the market was going too fast.
Like
and
the
it
market
didn't
was
make
doing one of
sense.
those.
Yeah, it was clearly overheated.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
I sold I sold it. I sold the building.
Yeah.
And I
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard to be serious. It's hard to be serious with her next to you, isn't it?
it's
Just focus on me. Just focus this way.
it is easier if I
Stop it.
focus on you.
Stop it.
So
Stop it. Stop it.
So
Go ahead. Yes.
so I started. I feel like I have to speak quickly.
No,
because
speak
I'm
quickly because it's
afraid
it's
she's gonna
coming.
say or do
It's
something.
coming. No, it's coming.
So
Don't be afraid.
Mudo, it's coming.
Don't be afraid of
So so I started the private capital group at CBRE as a broker, and that was a good move.
Well, wait. So you sold the building a year
I
later?
did.
You
I
did
did.
sell the
Yeah,
building,
yeah,
so you
yeah.
cashed
Yeah,
out on the
absolutely.
building, and you
Uh-huh.
made 70% more. I mean, you sold it for 70% more.
Right.
So God knows what you made cash on cash.
was good.
Right?
It was a good.
And then you were like, this is awesome, and you got into CBRE. You're like, dude, this is amazing.
Well, you know what was interesting is a lot of people were pushing me
Yeah.
to do another deal,
Yeah.
thinking that somehow I had some gift. The truth is, I did reasonably well, but the market was driving it, and I realized that, and so I didn't want to. I'm very conservative, and I don't want to risk
Very
mine or
conservative.
other people's
I
money.
like that about
And
yeah. He's a conservative liberal, yet I'm a liberal conservative.
That's a good balance.
I'm just throwing it out there. Anyway, okay, guys.
And
So,
I'm an old fool.
She is.
Oldish.
She is.
That's just,
She is, but she's okay with it. No, can we
That's
hear the
fine.
story? I'm enjoying the story.
my demographic.
Will you stop? Okay, go. Don't worry. This is it's okay.
So now I'm at CBRE, right?
Yeah.
And I had a great experience there. I met amazing people. It was I would recommend honestly work if you're interested in real estate. I think working as a broker,
Yeah.
residential or commercial, it's a genius move. you'll learn decades in days.
Like quickly.
And your networking is amazing. And so that was great, but my heart wasn't in it. I wanted to be on the other side of the table. So while I was at CB, I did a couple. I raised the fund and I bought a bunch of REOs and short sales. So properties that people had lost to the bank. Real estate owned by a bank. So I bought some of we did 25 deals and we just did quick flips. And I didn't love that either. I had a little bit of a soft spot in it.
Were you using other people's money? So you're using other people's money?
Yeah. We raised, well, it wasn't only. I mean, we raised about 75% of the money, I'd say, somewhere around that.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I also did
And you were buying stuff in Jersey?
all over. It
All
was
over.
Connecticut, New York.
And now we're what, 10 years ago? Where are we now?
Yeah, it was, about 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we and I did a development deal in Williamsburg, a ground up, and I had an idea.
This is Jackson you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
before Jackson. The idea was to see if I could build from the ground up something that felt and looked like a warehouse conversion, but that had all of the modern amenities and none of sort of the bad. So drafty windows or a column in your living room, that kind of thing. So it was, as you know, maybe you know.
I know the building. I know the building well. Yeah.
It's
It looked. I will tell you, it looked like an old building. It looked like a rehab. It didn't look like a brand new ground up building. In fact, just from my memory, I wouldn't have assumed it was a ground up
that
project.
was the idea. That was the
Yeah.
best compliment. That and we did.
Just from it had exposed brick everywhere.
Oh, nice.
So you were kind of.
But we did some cool things. We bought brick from a buggy factory that had been torn down in Indiana. We bought wood from a barn from like Oklahoma or something, and incorporated all of that into sort of old looking but modern windows.
Didn't you sell like half? You sold like half the building on opening night, right?
It was insane.
Did you
There were
really?
8 units and
Yeah.
135 people came to.
In a
the
tough
first
market.
day, yeah.
It was not a good market
It
then.
went-
And
well,
yeah.
It went really well. So
Yeah.
we went from 8 units to the building we're leasing out now, which is 774 Grand Street, the Brooklyn Grand. And
These are all in Williamsburg, Brooklyn.
It's
for-
Williamsburg,
Do we have
right.
any questions, by the way, Lloyd? I'm just no questions.
No,
Jesus.
is anybody watching?
Our viewers
People
suck.
watching. They're just very
They're just watching and they're
I hope
quiet.
it's not
We'll
boring.
take requests.
All right.
Is it boring?
You can ask
Are we
me.
boring you
No.
people?
All right.
Jesus, because I'm into it.
Thank you. Okay.
I'm into it.
It's-
Man, I'm into it. All right, so let's talk about Grand.
So
Let's talk
the
about Grand.
Brooklyn-
Well, what happened with Grand? How'd that deal happen?
I
What did you say? What did you ask?
It's funny you should
People
ask.
say,
He's actually calling me right now.
Oh, we
She's
can't.
watching.
You can answer. We
Watching
take
some.
phone. We take phone calls.
So
We
no,
could-
no, 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 no,
yeah.
no.
Do you
Yeah.
have kids?
So wait, let's talk about grants. Let's talk about 774
Okay.
grants.
Yeah,
So
Brooklyn
how'd
grants.
that deal happen?
Okay, so
What'd you say?
okay, good.
Well, yes, he's married,
Quite-
has kids.
She doesn't care.
I
What?
really don't.
What was your question though?
Yeah, well, no, let's talk about 774 grand. So now,
Yeah.
how'd you find the
Brooklyn.
property? What was it
So
before?
the Brooklyn Grant was a single-story, 99-cent. The Liberty Stores. Is
It was
what
a
called.
whorehouse.
It was not. It was not. It was a very reputable.
That's
family
Brooklyn
running-
talk for whorehouse, because what he said was it was a single story whorehouse is essentially.
I did not say.
So now, and how much did the whorehouse cost?
Oh my God.
I'm joking. I'm totally
I don't have
joking.
to
I'm
answer
joking.
that, right? We
No.
got-
So
I
you
mean,
bought- so
we
you-
paid market rate.
You paid market rate. So you did pay market rate.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You paid market rate?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Who brought you the deal?
Uh,
Did Baheen bring you the deal?
yes.
Baheen brought you the deal. He did?
Yeah. Sure.
Baheen?
That's good. What?
That's a friend of ours.
Baheen.
Baheen.
Baheen. We call him Baheen. So he brought you the deal.
Yes.
And you paid market rate for the deal. And what?
Well,
and what
originally it was
yeah.
interesting because there was a store, and originally we were just going to buy the air rights, do a condo, give the family that was running or owned the property the store back. But then ultimately they decided they wanted to sell it all.
They didn't even
So
want
it
to
was-
deal with it.
I think what really, I mean, to your
like a
point,
junior
initially we had it just the air rights for, I think, well below market. But then when we went to buy the whole site, including the ground floor and the retail, we moved it to a market rate purchase. But anyway,
Got it, 'cause
if
they were
you look
throwing-
at, if you go to the brooklyngrand.com, what you'll see is I designed it to
That's
look like.
brooklyngrand.com, everybody. brooklyngrand.com.
So
Okay.
we made it look like an old warehouse
Yeah.
with an addition. I'm absolutely convinced that anybody who goes by it would think it is an old warehouse that we converted.
The building.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I could see that. I could definitely see
Yeah.
that. When was the opening party? I feel like that was like a year ago.
No. The opening party was, I think, November, October.
Really?
And then we got a TCO in November. First move-ins were end of
Get out of
November.
here.
Yeah,
And how are rentals going over there?
amazingly well.
Amazingly well.
Incredibly
Do you have, how many apartments do you have
Very well
available right
received.
now?
71. Well, we have.
Well, there's how many units in the building?
So 71 units, 11,000 feet of retail, and we had 7 units as of Friday of last week.
Wow. So 7 units available.
Yeah.
And what about the retail? Have you rented out the
Retail is
retail?
available.
The retail is available. How many square feet?
11,000.
11,000.
Yeah.
Is it? Are you looking for what? 2 tenants, 3
I'm
tenants?
happy to take 1 or up to 4 or even 5. We
Got
have some
it.
divisions
So you'll see
that
what
that
happens.
makes sense. Yeah.
So if someone comes in and says, "I want 2,500 square feet," you're open to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're open to it.
Sure.
Got
I don't
it.
think it makes sense for less than that. though.
Restaurant?
Restaurant. We put in 2 black iron vents to accommodate restaurant users. So if they want to.
Got it. It's a great spot. It's a great spot. I mean,
It's a great
I
spot,
hope a
right on
restaurant
the Grand
goes there.
Street L.
Yeah, it's perfect.
It's
Perfect
great. There's
location.
great foot traffic. I think over 2 million people going into the subway every year. so
Perfect
it's really good.
location.
Yeah, it's a good spot.
You guys accept
Lots
dogs?
of light and air. We do.
Dogs are okay?
Yeah.
What about a big pit
Accepted
bull?
a,
Are you cool with the pit bull?
I don't know. I don't think we. I don't know.
Oh.
But I know we
What do you mean
accepted
you don't
a
know?
rabbit today.
Who accepts all the applications? Do you look at every file?
I do.
You do at every single file.
Yes.
So you ask for what?
I'm very involved.
So
in
I'm your
every-
broker. What do I have to send you? What does Dean
The
Marchi
building-
want to know? I want to
Come on,
know.
let's-
I'm like,
let's
I've
go
got 2 people. What do you need to see?
40 times.
40 times. But you see all the files. You see everything.
Yes.
I want to see
Why does that
everything.
sound surprising? to
I'm
you?
not. No, that's
Yes,
okay. That's
absolutely.
okay. That's okay.
What's
Yeah,
the-
why
what's
not? No,
the-
I'm
Do you have
not.
like 2, 3, and 1 bedrooms? What's the breakdown?
Studios to 3s. So, but mostly 1s and 2s, and the 2s we experimented, and I'm not sure it was entirely successful. It was well received, but generally we tried to do split 2s, so 2 full bathrooms, 2
Oh, nice.
equal-sized bedrooms, with a living room in the middle,
Yeah.
like a share unit, and it went very well.
Are you at the lease signings?
No, not crazy.
Angela Muto applies for one of your studios.
Yeah.
Do you approve her?
That's
Let's say
okay.
Angela. I think it's a great question. I think it's a phenomenal question, don't you?
She's a
It's
studio.
not-
Can I, what?
You can't afford a
How much
studio
would
in the
you
building,
give me?
Muto.
What kind of a deal would you give me?
You know what she
I
pays
would not
for
give
rent? You know what she
anybody.
pays for
Not
rent?
even my own children
I guess-
would
can I
You know what?
guess
You want to hear
this
some
studio
funny? You want to hear a
goes
funny
for-
story?
Yeah.
Hold on, this is a great story. Okay, she lives in Little Italy, on Mulberry Street. What do you want, Mulberry?
On Mob between House and Prince.
Mob between House and Prince.
Mob Street,
Okay.
Come
Yeah,
on.
she wants people to come. She does want you to come over, by the way.
Come on.
So now, okay, so she pays what? 700? What do you pay? 600?
No, honestly, it's
She's paid. Yeah, exactly. You just
You wanna know
swap.
exactly?
Hey, I want to know exactly.
You should stay
it's
there.
$692.
$692 over there, but it's a shithole. It's
It
a
is
total.
not a shithole.
Dean,
I
it
live on Mott
is
Street.
It's
a
fantastic. That's amazing.
shithole.
Great location,
It's a
and
she
forget
has
it,
she
forget
has a
it.
bathtub in her kitchen.
It's very charming.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know exactly.
And
what
hold
it
on,
is.
hold on, hold on.
Okay.
It's a
She
great
had
love nest.
bed bugs. She had bed bugs. Stop touching Dean. Don't touch Dean. No touching Dean. She had bed bugs. Dean, she had bed bugs in this apartment.
Oh, that's horrible.
Bed bugs.
You are a little too close.
Okay, Dean, you're a little too close.
This was a. Well, he's not now.
Okay,
No, this was
and
Everybody's-
I got her $75,000. I got her 75 grand to get out of there, and she didn't take it.
I'm not
You know
For all those in
what?
Arkansas,
Honestly,
75 grand to move, 75 grand just to
You want to hear
move, and she
an
didn't take
interesting
it.
story? My company name is
Yeah.
Grand Street Development, but it's named after where my mother grew up on Grand Street, just off of West Broadway, in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
And that's where I fell in love with real estate. I was inspired by my grandparents.
Grand
but I
Street
fell in love-
downtown.
Grand Street in Manhattan.
In Manhattan, yeah.
And it's a coincidence that we're doing Grand Street here in
I don't know why
Brooklyn.
they have to name the same streets in Manhattan and Brooklyn. Like they couldn't come up with another name. I mean, really? Anyway,
There
look.
must be a reason for this.
Look, it's time. It's time to play. It's time to play Price It Out. Okay.
Okay.
Let's play Price It Out. Price It Out. We need a Price It Out
There's no
song.
song.
Price It Out.
Yes.
Price It Out. Price It Out. We need like a Price It Out song. Ludo, just homework, okay?
All right.
Anyway, this is the part of the show where we look at two listings and we try to figure out which one's more expensive. Here we have 111 Steuben Street, apartment number 4B. It's an 810 square foot apartment in Clinton Hill. It's a condo. Condo. See it? And then building number 2. Oh, I know this building number very well. I sold many condos there. 196 South 2nd Street, which is right over here in Williamsburg. Apartment 2D. It's a 560 square foot studio.
Also a condo.
What costs more? Both condos.
Oh,
Okay,
What costs more?
yeah, I
What's
bet
the
they're
average?
pretty close.
So we've got here. You can study them. We got a studio loft in Williamsburg for 560 square feet, or a Clinton Hill 1 bed 1 bath for 800 square feet. What costs more?
I'm gonna say the studio.
I'm gonna go with Clinton Hill.
You're gonna go to studio? I'm with Dean. I'm with Dean on this one, but let's see.
Oh,
I
that's
can't even
cool.
see. Let's see. The studio is $699,
I think we lost.
and the
That's
one
shooting.
bed is.
Wow, this is a tough show.
Oh,
Oh, $769. Wow, we lose.
Yeah.
We lose. We don't know what we're talking about, obviously.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go to the second one. Hold on, we got more.
Clinton Hill's-
Look, you actually wait. You won that. You won that round.
I'm in real estate.
Jesus
I'm
This is
I'm in
horrible.
real estate. We're working with.
All right. Here we have 224 Richardson Street, apartment 2B. It's 504 square feet. It's a 1 bed 1 bath in East Williamsburg.
Okay, let me see.
There it is.
Uh-huh.
And then we have 100 Maspeth Avenue, Olive Park. Apartment number 4B, 1 bedroom in East Williamsburg. It is 512 square feet.
All apart.
Wow, this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with 224 Richardson.
Okay, I'm going with the other one.
Are you going with? You're going with Olive Park.
Yeah.
I got it. All right. Hang on.
Remember, Olive
One
Park
bedroom.
has like a swimming pool and a doorman and all that stuff. But this is like rehab action. This is rehab action. I think it's a better location. I'm gonna go with this one. But let's see. Let's see.
All right, well,
Are you gonna give an answer?
I'm going with this one.
You're gonna go with
Which
Richardson
one would
too.
you?
She's
Oh,
siding
yeah,
with me.
yeah.
I like it.
Embarrassing.
619 on Richardson. Yeah, there's no way that's more. 585 for Olive Park. Yeah, it was close, but I felt good about my
We're
answer.
talking about at the shop.
That's
We
good.
do know what we're talking
That's-
about. We do know what we're
that's
talking
good.
about.
That's good. That's why I call you. guys.
Okay.
See?
You don't call us nearly enough.
I'll call
Is
you
all I'm
more?
saying.
call
I think you
a
need
lot.
to call us a
I'll
little
you
more.
That's very kind of you.
All right, I would like a little more Luger's action from you. Is all I'm saying. Okay, so now let's go to 1209 8th Avenue, apartment number 2R.
Oh,
Okay.
Avenue.
It's a co-op.
Mm.
It's already not going to win, but okay. And then we have a 1 bedroom with loft in Carroll Gardens. It's a condo. I mean, if the co-op costs more than the condo, I'm going to shoot myself right now. Square footage 885 for the condo and 825 for
Eighth Avenue and-
the
is that-
co-op.
is that
I mean,
Park
it's
Slope?
got to be the
8th
yeah,
Avenue and Park Slope?
yeah, it's Park Slope.
okay.
I mean, here, you can look at it, but I mean, the condo is going to cost more than the co-op.
Hmm.
Don't you
It
think?
usually does.
Yeah.
It better. And let's
Okay.
see. Do you have an answer?
No. Yeah,
You
we'll
agree
go
with me.
yeah,
Everyone
I'm
agrees with
going to
me.
follow your guidance.
And 795 on the condo. 775 on the co-op. Well, it was closer than I would have
Lack
thought.
of a-
It's a good game, isn't it?
Good game.
Yeah, it was closer than I would have thought.
Yeah, closer than
It was definitely closer than I would have thought.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we're done. I think we're out of time. What? I know. Well, I was gonna do that. I'm glad that you're saying that. Before we leave, I do want to say it's the Shoppe's 2-year wedding anniversary. We've been here over 2 years actually, but we just decided to do our.
Congratulations.
Actually, we officially opened April 1st, 2015. So I guess it's been 2 years.
So we're just chilling.
Thank you to Brooklyn Cupcake. I want to thank Brooklyn Cupcake. It's on Union, right? What's the address? It is 335 Union Avenue. Awesome cupcakes if you haven't been there. I mean, awesome.
I
It's
would love
like
to sample one
unbelievable.
on the
Would you
air.
like to sample
Look,
one on the air, please?
Go.
Which one do you want? These are that good. I want to see your face biting into a Brooklyn Cupcake
You
right
really
now.
do.
I'd like to see it. Let's do it on air, but I want you to really be honest about it.
All right.
Which one do you want? I
Well,
don't
they
know
all
the
look
flavors.
amazing.
One's French toast. I think you should try it. That looks like French toast right there.
French toast.
Try it. Give it a
One is
whirl.
All right, all right. Is that French toast?
Yeah, give it a whirl.
Let's see.
Give it a
Never
whirl.
even heard of a
These look amazing. You want a cupcake, Dean? You're going to dinner, right? You don't even want a bite?
Oh, we're going
You
out.
don't want a bite? You don't want a bite, Dean? Don't. Please don't spill. What do you think? Look at
I
that.
survived the Brooklyn show.
What do you think?
Should get a T-shirt.
Mm.
That's such a fake cupcake fit. Oh, this is so gross.
Oh no.
Guys, we're gonna cut this now. Thank you for watching the Brooklyn Show. Dean, thank you for coming on the Brooklyn Show. As always,
Thank you for having me.
love you.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry for her, but
Oh,
everyone
dude,
tune in
something.
next week. Who's our guest next week? Do we know? We don't even know. But we'll whatever. We're gonna have a cool guest next. Actually, it's Passover next week, so I think we're not gonna
we
be here
off?
next week. We're off next week, but we'll be back. Good Monday? Is it Good Monday?
It's Good Monday.
It's Good Monday.
And,
Everyone, have a good week.
Dean Marchi, thank you so
Dean
much.
Marchi, yo, thank you for coming.
That was fun.
Really,
You're
I appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we're out.
Best
Peace.
guest yet.
Salam alaikum salam. Everybody, we'll see you next week. Or 2 weeks.
Nuts.
Whatever.